The success of Cyrus Life is built upon 3 generations of experience, business acumen, and adaptability. To gain a better understanding of how we arrived at the opportunity that presents itself today, we must glance backward at the groundwork that was laid more than half a century ago when the 11th child of an Arkansas cotton farmer came of age at the height of the Great Depression. That young man was Clifford Smith. Living in a 4-room home and working on the family farm from the time he was a child, Clifford knew cotton farming would not be his destiny. Equipped with a degree in agriculture by the age of 24, Clifford took on various jobs, always doing something to help farmers live a better life. While he found satisfaction in his other work, Clifford's dream was always to own his own business. In 1955, with a little cash, a lot of grit, and a tremendous leap of faith, Clifford Smith founded North Little Rock Funeral Home and opened the doors on February 14, 1955. In line with his entrepreneurial spirit, Clifford looked for ways to grow his business. This led him to found a second company, American Home Life Insurance, in 1962. He discovered how the companies complemented one another. As Clifford's children, Ann and John, grew up, they learned about 2 distinct businesses that, when combined, became a framework for success. By 1966, Clifford's son John took over as president of the funeral home. Clifford's daughter Ann became president of the insurance company. John and Ann built upon their father's foundation of success through their desire to serve their community. In 1971, John's wife Kay joined him in the family business. John and Kay worked to grow the funeral home and further establish North Little Rock Funeral Home as a pillar of the community, and together were elected Arkansas Funeral Directors of the Year. This partnership has shaped the success, evolution, and legacy of Smith Family Funeral Homes. John's oldest son, Jeff, returned to the funeral home to serve as a funeral director. Jeff recognized that the combined growth and capital generated by both companies would allow him to expand, and they did exactly that. In 2010, Jeff and his wife Leslie purchased Smith Family Funeral Homes from his parents. Over the next 10 years, with Jeff and Leslie's stewardship, the funeral group quadrupled in size and growth and now serves more families in Central Arkansas than any other funeral home. In fact, Smith Family Funeral Homes is larger than 95% of funeral homes in America. Smith Family Funeral Homes has been named among the top 1% of funeral homes for excellence in customer service for 8 consecutive years and is a proud member of the National Funeral Directors Association, Veterans Funeral Care, and Selected Independent Funeral Homes.
The funeral business is very unusual. It's like one or two other very closed type of an industry where a lot of times you'll run into an owner of a funeral home that's doing the same thing his grandfather did, who founded the business some 50 to 75 years ago. And Jeff was very much in that same position, but he wanted a strategy for greater growth. Jeff came in with a great deal of enthusiasm. He already had a vision for developing a greater and building a bigger company. He is building this insurance organization, Cyrus Life.
I think it was around 2015 when I really felt like God gave me a new vision for our entire company. My vision for Cyrus Life Insurance Company is to serve other funeral homeowners and help them be successful. And I think that we can really make a difference in the entire funeral industry because there's a lot of things that are still being done the same way they were 20, 30, even 50 years ago, that with a little change, you can better serve the consumer, you can better serve the community. I believe that a healthy funeral home benefits the entire community because the funeral's an event that brings people together. You're celebrating people's lives. I believe it creates healing for those that participate in it. All of these things come together in beautiful harmony through Cyrus Life Insurance Company. That is the vision for the company, is really to serve funeral homeowners that will grow Cyrus Life Insurance Company, and it all works as one harmonious company. To understand what I mean by that, you have to understand prepaid funeral insurance. It's only sold through the funeral home. So the funeral home owner is the gatekeeper. If you can't get in with the funeral home owner, you're not going to sell your prepaid life insurance product because it's tied to a funeral. Person comes to a funeral home and says, I want to pre-plan my funeral and I want to pay for it. And the funeral home owner can't keep the money. They have to either put it in a trust account at a bank or they have to buy a life insurance product. The majority of the time they buy a life insurance product because they get paid an immediate commission, and the insurance company pays them growth on that money. When the person passes away, the money comes back to the funeral home. And I see a great opportunity through that to sell Cyrus Life Insurance. We've invested over $250,000 in technology in Cyrus Life Insurance Company in the last year to lay the firm foundation for growth. And our strategy is very clear that we want to grow through both organic sales growth and through acquisition within the pre-need insurance space. In the first year that we've owned Cyrus Life Insurance Company, we have improved almost every metric within that company, which already shows the viability of our strategy of growth in the life insurance space. The other thing is there's huge economies of scale. When you look at an insurance company, if you think of a bank, why are small banks selling and big banks getting bigger? It's because of the economies of scale. Well, insurance is very similar, and we have studied and seen. We took public information about insurance companies and we looked at the size of the insurance company and the operating expenses as a percentage of the assets or the size of the company. And it's very clear, as the company grows, the expenses as a percent of sales get dramatically cheaper. And when you're talking companies that are tens and hundreds of millions of dollars, 1 or 2% is a large number in savings and in operating efficiency. Another opportunity is we're small. There's a lot of room for growth. We're a $25 million company in Arkansas and the surrounding states. In just pre-need life insurance companies, there's $10 billion in assets. I don't have to go buy all $10 billion in assets. But for us to move from 25 million, we've looked at that operational efficiency, and we know that once we hit 50 million, we're going to gain accredited investor status and we're going to get much better returns on our investments. And then the next tier is at 300 million. Once we reach the 300 million mark, then we gain significant operational efficiency and savings. And we believe enough in the vision and the opportunity that exists within the pre-need life insurance space that it's a great opportunity for partners to join us on this journey. If I was an investor or a partner and I was looking at this, the things that would excite me is that there is a huge market. Life insurance is well known, but this is a very small niche within the life insurance, and just this niche alone is a multi-billion-dollar market. So there's a lot of opportunity for sales and for growth. After I had the vision and we started strategically moving towards the growth and the purchase of the insurance company, I was very intentional to begin to build the right team.
Jeff knows how to build a coordinated and a synergized team.
He's done a great job in recruiting. He has an advisory board of a half dozen or so of leading citizens. These are successful local people from the community. I think that speaks highly of Jeff, that he can recruit and surround himself with these kind of people.
I want the very best people to come work alongside of us at the leadership level that are experts in their own area, and they know more than I know in those areas. And when that team works together, it's dynamic and it's powerful. And that's the team that we're building at Cyrus Life Insurance Company. I know that we're building the right team.
Jeff, he's got the right personality. He's got the academic background. He's got the day-to-day experience in our industry. He was just elected here a few months ago to the national board of our Funeral Service Foundation. He's become a known leader in our industry. He's hardworking, he's dedicated, his priorities are right, comes from a great family, and this is his dream, this is his business plan. This isn't something that anybody else has come up with. This is his, and he's built to his advisors and people around it. This is the springboard to what I think will be a successful venture.
What sold me is he has an attitude of being responsive to where he's going rather than reactive to where he is, which is the greatest failing I see in most CEOs. He's examined every opportunity in the funeral industry. Jeff's going to change the funeral industry, there's no question about it.
Why would an investor want to invest in Cyrus Life Insurance Company? It's because there's a lot of opportunity, and we've already proven it out just in the short period of time that we've owned Cyrus Life Insurance Company by increasing sales and by increasing profitability. Since I took over Cyrus Life Insurance Company, immediately the major metrics, profitability, capital and surplus, all started moving in a positive trend direction. I'm the right guy for the opportunity because I am a funeral home guy. I've grown up in this business. I'm third generation funeral home owner. I'm third generation life insurance company owner. I can walk into a funeral home and have immediate credibility. What would take other people months to get past the front door, I can do in one day because I can talk to another funeral home owner on a level that nobody else can. And I know with the right partners, this is going to be a fantastic venture. Thank you for taking your valuable time today to hear the story of Cyrus Life Insurance Company. I welcome your phone call. And again, I want to thank you and look forward to the future.